and Ella walks up, and we're dancing to Disney like this. We're going back and forth, and we're dancing. And I look up and I told Angelique, I go, it's 12:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, and I'm dancing with my daughter. And, you know, I didn't have that growing up. So if you want to have a life with your family and your kids and be a part of it, I don't want someone else raising my kid. I don't want to be home and say goodnight. And when we first got into this and I was in medical sales, you know, I came home at 6 o'clock exhausted, tired. And I didn't want to play with my kid. I mean, I love her, but I didn't have the energy to do it because I was frustrated. She's like, you're miserable, you're cussing, and you're just not a fun person to be around. That's the God's honest truth. Yeah. So, you know, it does get a little bit emotional because this is something that when you get on IsaGenics and this company becomes a part of you. You know, when you hear about other companies or about other people or people are skeptical, you're like, wait a minute, this is my company. You have pride. So that's what it's done for me. So without getting too much into that part, I mean, I can raise my daughter and be with her while every other guy on my block, I see them in the morning, they're getting in their car, their shirt and tie, and they're leaving. I almost feel guilty about that. Because I retired from medical sales in August. And now I have a chance to spend every day with my daughter. And my wife, you know, she recently, just this past week, she, you know, she's a humble woman, but she was a major player in the medical field in terms of she was a regional director for the whole state of North Carolina. And that's a job that there was probably 8 or 9 people extremely qualified to get that job. And she fought tooth and nail to get it. And she just recently retired from that job to do this full time. So when you talk, let's get real. A real story, let's get real with what this company has done for us. Because before we got into it at this deep, we heard people talk about it's a blessing. I feel blessed. I'm grateful. And sometimes that feels like it's lip service. Sometimes you're like, is that real? You see Jim and Kathy Coover up here. Are they real people? Is his story real? Are these real? It is a blessing. Because without IsaGenics, I would not see my daughter. I would not know who is raising her in terms of being at the daycare or whatever. So that is number one for me, and that's where I'll leave it.
Tough act to follow, David. It is a very emotional transformation for our life, and it started with a product. And I'm sure most of you are in this room because it started with a product, a solution for whatever it is that you were looking for. Maybe you wanted to lose weight, maybe you needed more energy, maybe you needed to sleep better. Well, for me, is it the next slide? I don't even know.
Yeah, just yes.
Oh, that's David. So he had quite a transformation himself, and he had the perfect storm because he had shoulder surgery, and then he put on baby weight when I got pregnant. And, he looks about 4 months there. And then after 60 days of IsaGenics, he did that, and he's actually better now than he was in that picture in December. That was for his 40th birthday. And this is a guy that wouldn't take a vitamin, by the way. So to let you know a little bit about me, I'm a fitness competitor, enthusiast, model, whatever you want to call it, kind of a hobby. And I got into the industry several years ago. I'm not sure if any of you know Lori Harder, but she's just made the 91st millionaire. She and her husband yesterday. We were super excited to the point we were out to dinner with Travis, and I started to cry at the dinner table because she introduced me to the product. And the reason I had believed in her is because we were both chew-your-food athletes. Okay, don't drink our meals, we don't pop pills, we just do powders. And if you look at this picture here in June 2010, it's kind of cut off, but that was pre-baby and conventional training and conventional eating, nutrition. 8 to 9 weeks of training, 2 a day cardio, plus 4 to 5 times a week of lifting weights, and completely depleting my body way too early. Okay, food wasn't getting enough. And luckily, I still made the cover. But my second shoot with Oxygen, which I don't have the cover up here, but that was the after picture for October 2012, was 30 days of training. So 8 to 9 weeks, pre-baby, 9-month-old in the before-after, and in the after picture, 30 days. Oxygen called me 30 days before the shoot, said, can you come up to Toronto and shoot? I had just had a baby 9 months ago, I buried my father a couple weeks prior. And that was very difficult, but I trusted these products, okay? And of course, you know, these products transformed my body, but they transformed my life, because not only was I finally able to get my husband to do something right for himself, I was able to do it for my mother, and who's a breast cancer survivor herself. 2.5 years now, lost over 30 pounds with IsaTestimonial. And I have this unshakable belief that we have aligned ourselves and locked arms with some of the most amazing people in our lives now, that will be in our lives indefinitely. And we are business partners, let alone friends. And some of them are sitting in this room. And Travis is an incredible leader, and he's just one example of what this company stands for. So my decision to leave corporate America was because I have unshakable belief and unbelievable confidence that I am in the right place at the right time for the rest of our lives. And David and I are partners. He's my best friend. We work together. This is what it's all about. Talk about getting real, okay? It's not about just a real transformation for your body. This is a transformation for your life. And when you're speaking to people about these products, you are doing them a major, major disservice if you do not incorporate the fact that they can make money at this. It doesn't matter how fast, guys. It just matters how consistent you are. Move forward, break through those walls. Your feet point that way for a reason, okay? Forward direction always. Don't ever look back, because there's no reason for us to be sitting sometime in the past. Break through those conventional thinkings. Break through the idea of, you know, this is not what I'm used to, because we're, you know, caught up in this corporate spin, or whatever it is you do. You know, it is. It's counterintuitive to do a business like this, because we're not used to it. But it's real, guys. We have an incredible corporate structure, we have an incredible company, we have an incredible culture, and you have amazing leaders and amazing people around you that are making this capable for you. So it's gotten very real for David and I know it's going to get extremely real for all of you if you just listen, lock arms, and move forward. Make a decision for yourself today.